What's up, y'all? It's your girl Dre, and I'm back with another video. And as y'all can tell by today's title, girl, we finna be getting a little messy. We're gonna have a little fun though. We're gonna laugh and stuff like that because, girl, I be laughing about the whole situation. I be making jokes. That's the main reason why I'm doing this video, because I want y'all to laugh with me too. Like, I don't want to just be doing pranks. Like, I want to do other stuff too. Like this story time about these demon spawn roaches and their ringleader roommate from hell. Like, let's just get to the video, okay? Like, let's go. All right, y'all. So earlier this year, I'm gonna give y'all like the whole backstory. I'm gonna start from beginning to end, like how, like why I ended up with her in the first place and all this good stuff. How I met her. Like, I'm gonna get into all that. Like, I'm gonna just fill y'all all the way in. Like, y'all gonna be going on this journey with me. Y'all gonna be living with these roaches with me too, all the way up until we, you know. Okay, so had my baby. I was still 1 month, blah 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 blah. And then, like, I was like, I'm just ready to be like on my own, you know. I had always had reservations about roommates because I had a close friend who had a roommate, and they pretty much like got evicted because she was not paying her portion of the rent. I'm gonna get into all this. Like, I'm gonna get into that too. So I kind of already had like my reservations against roommates. So I was like, I really don't want a roommate. Like, if I can't afford to live on my own, then I'm just not gonna live on my own, type stuff like that. And this girl that I know was cool with her. So she kind of put us in touch. She was like, oh, hold on, wait, let me backtrack before I even get into that. So, yeah, I was trying to find somewhere to stay. At first I was looking for a house. And Georgia got this website for like low income families and stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, I'm finna go on there and see what they're talking about, because I'm not trying to pay a whole booty hole for a place to stay. And I got me and my baby. So I went on there, found a house or whatever, but that didn't work out. That's a whole nother story time for a whole nother day. If y'all want to know what happened, why I did not get a chance to move into the house, y'all comment down below, let me know, and I'll give y'all another story time on that, because that was crazy. But anyway, so yeah, I ended up not being able to get the house, and I was just like, oh, like I really just want that sense of independency. Like, I do not want to be staying with my auntie. I don't want to stay with my mama. I don't want to stay with my dad. I don't want to stay with my grandma. Like, I don't want to stay with no family. Like, I want to be on my own. Like, I'm 23 at the time. I got a baby, and I'm just like, I just want to be on my own. Okay, so the girl who introduced us or whatever was like, see if we got some units available at my apartments or whatever. And I called, and the lady said that she did have some available, but I can't remember why I ended up not moving over there. I think it had something to do with like the price of it, or she didn't have like what I like, the amount of bedrooms that I wanted available at the time, like that. I can't remember. It was something. But anyways, so then she texted me. She was like, I got a friend, you know, she real cool. I think you will like her or whatever. Y'all can chop it up or whatever, get to know each other. She looking for a roommate. And I was like, okay, yeah, well, shoot me her information or whatever. Because at this point, I'm just like, I just want to go. So she showed me the girl information, and the girl, okay, so you know, like when you text somebody and you get a pre-notion of that person just based on how they text or whatever, that's pretty much like how this went. Like, based on how she was texting, I was like, okay, you could tell she young. She talked like she young or whatever. But the way I imagined her was not what she was. But she was real sweet and stuff like that. And it's crazy because like months had went by. It was like months had went by. Like we had been talking or whatever. and stuff like that. And I just kept, well, I'm gonna say God, because I believe in God. God just kept putting it off, and I wasn't tripping or nothing. I just was like, man, I'm trying to do my own thing anyway. Like, I really don't want to stay with this girl. I want to be by myself with my baby. Like, I don't want a roommate, because I watch court TV and I see how them roommates be doing, and I'm just like, girl, this ain't that. But yeah, so yeah, so that was that. And I just got tired. Like, I had got my refund and everything, and was like trying to get a house, and it was just like stuff just was like boom 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 happening or whatever. Like I said, I'll give y'all a story time on that. So I was like, okay, well, I was like, this girl still in, I was like, I'm gonna text this girl and see if these rooms available. If these rooms are still available, then it must be meant to be. So I texted, I was like, hey, and I'm gonna put a screenshot of the initial text message when I text her and asked her about the room. This was like the last time, like when I actually did get a chance to move and stuff like that. So I texted her and I was like, hey, are the rooms still available? And she was like, yeah. And I asked, I was like, both of them? Because at the time, like, I mean, I still got a regular job right now, but I work from home. And at the time, my mama, like, I had told her, I was like, okay, yeah, mom finna get ready to move and stuff like that. And she was like, okay, well, whenever you move, I'll come watch the baby during the day while you work, since she worked nights. And I was like, okay, that's a bet. Like, I don't have to put my baby in daycare or nothing like that. Like, the only thing I probably gotta do is just feed my mama, make sure my mama fed, because she be greedy or whatever. So I asked, I was like, so is both rooms available? Because more than like, I was like, you know, my mom said she gonna help me with my baby. So more than likely, I would probably just use their room, kind of like a, you know, nursery or whatever. Like, while my mama in there with the baby and while I'm working and stuff, they don't have to, you know, interrupt me and stuff like that. And she was just like, yeah, they both available. I can do you for 1,000 for both, or 850 for just the one. And I was like, okay, cool. Bada boom, bada bam. We ended up going with both rooms or whatever. Okay, so let's fast forward. People to go and see the apartment. First impression is the best impression, okay? Cleanliness is next to godliness. Okay, so when I initially went, and I ignored the red flags, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so initially when I walked in there, because she wasn't there, she ended up leaving the door unlocked. I told her, she was like, hey, I'm getting ready to leave out for work, because like our schedules kept clashing. Like, my off days are not consistent with my job. So I pretty much, she just was like, I can leave the door unlocked for you on the day that you're gonna come, and, you know, just go from there. She was like, you know, I go to work at this time. And I was like, okay, well, if you go to work at that time, you know, I don't want to just have the door unlocked. It look like you stay in the ghetto. I don't want to just, you know, your belongings in there. I don't want to just have the, ooh. I was like, what time you go to work? And that'll be the time that I make my way over there or whatever. So we had arranged a time that worked best for the both of us or whatever. And I went, and I think I took like 2 or 3 bags over there, because I was like, I'm not about to waste no gas. I'm coming all the way. I'm coming 45 minutes away from Covington, Georgia, all the way to, what was it, Mount Zion or Stockbridge, whatever you want to call it. They both the same to me. So I'm like, I'm not finna waste my gas coming 45 minutes away just to look and not do nothing. Like, I'm gonna bring some bags or whatever. So I had brought like 2 or 3 bags or whatever. And initially it appeared to be clean, like, you know, except for little small stuff, but okay, who cares? Like, she said that she was keeping kids over there, so okay, no biggie. Ain't nobody studying that. I mean, for the most part, the room looked clean. Okay, so like I said, I was looking at both of the rooms, so I was gonna be doing 1,000 for both the rooms or whatever. So initially the carpet looked clean, but I was like walking around and I was looking at stuff. I was like, it's a dead roach. I was like, but it's just one dead roach. And it's dead. Like, he not alive and looking at me. It's, you know, it's dead or whatever. And then I go into the other room and I'm like, okay. I don't see no dead roaches in here. So, you know, we should be good. The bathroom, I was like, it was a bit off-putting, but I ain't see no roaches. So I was like, okay, all right. That one little dead roach, things happen. I mean, whatever. So then, like, I'm just walking around and stuff. And, like, she got nieces and nephews. So, like I said, mind you, she used to keep kids or whatever. I'm not even going to get into that, but whatever. So there was, like, this wooden table. I think it had, like, Dora the Explorer on it. I don't know. It was a little girl's table. And there was a dead roach on the table. And my baby kept, like, she had these, what you call them? Sand buckets and stuff. And my baby kept wanting to play with the sand buckets. And I was just like, don't play with them sand buckets because it's over there with that roach. And I don't want that roach to get on you whether it's dead or not. I don't do that. I'll get you a sand bucket. And that's what I did. I got him a sand bucket. So that was strike number one. You know, like I said, I ignored it. That's on me. I saw 2 dead roaches, but they was dead. They wasn't crawling up the walls and stuff like that, so I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't grow up around roaches, so I don't know. I just used to hear stuff about roaches. You know, they say roaches don't die, they multiply. Okay, so that's that. So I had asked a few people to help me move, and one of them said that they was gonna help me, but I ended up not telling them when I was moving because I knew that they liked me. And I was like, this ain't that. Like, ain't no favor for no favor. I mean, I'll shoot you a couple change or whatever, but yeah. And the other person, I forgot why they didn't help, but they did it. So my baby daddy, for once in a lifetime, I was like, yo, I'm trying to move and I need help. And he just so happened to want to be a person that day. And he helped me. So he was just like, are you sure this is what you want to do? I was like, yeah. Like, I'm ready to go, shorty. So he helped me move, whatever. Boom, bada bang. So fast forward, I get everything moved in, right? And I'm there like 2-3 days. Like within the first week of me moving, I'm insert pictures. Like I had took pictures of the first week of me being there. Like this giant hole in the wall, the crayons on the wall, like with her nieces or whoever, I don't know, I really don't care, had drawed on the wall or whatever. And they time stamped too. Y'all gonna see the time stamps on them. Remember them time stamps from the pictures that I put in, because it's gonna be very detrimental for a piece of information that I give y'all, you know, throughout the story. So yeah, like I said, I took pictures of the big old hole and the writings on the wall or whatever. So I was like, you know, I watch too much court TV. Documentation, baby. Okay, so the first week of me being there, my baby daddy had made Sloppy Joe or whatever. And he was like, if I cook, you gotta fix the place. I was like, okay, cool, because I'm not cooking. I don't feel like doing that. I done moved, worked, and been taking care of the baby. Sure, you can cook your little petty Sloppy Joe. I'll fix the little petty plate. So I'm in the kitchen. Mind you, he don't cook the Sloppy Joe. Ain't nobody bothered him. I'm in there fixing the plates, and I just see. I said, oh, heck no. So I ran. Pew! I run in the room. I'm like, a roach just fell from the ceiling, and he laughing. He like, you lying. I'm like, what I gotta lie to you about that for? Like, a roach just fell from the ceiling. Like, I wish I was not so scared out of my mind. Like, I was scared crapless. And he came in there, and a roach was sitting on the plate fighting for his life, like trying to get my baby whole thing. Like, I don't even think it was my baby before. I think it was mine. I don't know whose plate it was. It was somebody's plate. And I told him to throw it away. I didn't want to eat. I said, you and the baby, y'all can fix y'all some new plates. Y'all can eat. I'm not going back in that kitchen. That's a no for me, dog. Mind you, this is in the first week, so that's roach number 3, and this time it's a live roach. Okay, roaches is up 3, regular people is down 0. Okay, we not winning. So he laughing, he thinking it's a joke. He like, man, it's just a roach, whatever, boo 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 boo. And I'm just like, what is so funny, Negro? Ain't nothing funny about that. So that was the first roach, the first week. I had been there a month and I didn't see no more roaches. Like, I would go to the bathroom just fine. I would never see no roach in the tub, like I would never see no roach in the bathroom at all. Like, I had went in there and I cleaned it because the bathroom was like half a clean. So I had done been there a month because I moved in June. So I had done been there for some time now. And I hadn't seen no more live roaches. Okay. So July come, I go out of town with my daddy and come back. And no, I think I'm lying. I think I ended up seeing another roach. We was watching TV. And I don't know where this roach came. He just like, that's why I called him a demon spawn. He just spawned out of the socket. Like, we sitting up there chatting, and then next thing I know, he just pop up. And I'm like, I look at my baby dad, I say, what is that? And he like, that's a roach. And I'm like, well, go kill it. So he go kill it or whatever. So the roaches, the demon spawns up 4, actually. 2 live, 2 dead. So, well, really, it was more than 2 dead because I saw like 2 or 3 dead in the room. But anyways, we passed that part. Come July or whatever. July is when I noticed there. No. It was either July or August when I noticed, because I moved out. I just moved out last month. So I want to say it had to be like August, maybe September, when I realized like there was actually starting to become a problem. And I noticed the problem I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I initially thought the problem was from my baby eating in the room. So I had stopped my baby from eating in the room. And I mean, even though he would eat in the room, like I would always clean up after him and stuff like that, because that's just what you're supposed to do. So I was like, okay, well, maybe my baby is bringing the roaches because he be eating in here and stuff like that. I'm blaming myself for a situation I didn't even cause. But anyways, okay, so cool. I started seeing the roaches every single day. In the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the living room, in the dining room. Now, mind you, she got the master room. Her room is by the kitchen, the dining room. Her room is by the front door, the foyer, the kitchen, and the living room. And I'm by the guest bath, if you want to call it, the dining room, and kind of like the other end of the living room or whatever. The roaches be 30 deep in the kitchen. So the first place they gonna run to, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Okay. So yeah, like the roaches had just became very aggressive. They were everywhere. You couldn't even run from them. Like, bruh. So she think it's funny. She like, girl, where you from? Woo. And I'm telling her, I'm like, girl, I'm from East Atlanta, but what they got to do with anything? Like, I didn't I didn't grow up with roaches, sweetheart. She's talking about roaches be crawling on her face and stuff when she was there. She talking about something, she from the country and roaches used to be crawling on her face and stuff. So basically she used to them. Like, she used to be killing the roaches. Like, she would cut up some onions or something. It was just like, and I'm just like, you ain't scared of it? Y'all must got a bond deeper than the core of the earth. Because why are you so nonchalant about it? Like, why are you laughing? What ticked me off was when the roaches became so comfortable that they've been comfortable. I'm gonna say that they've been comfortable, and she had the nerve to kick it to me, because I ended up asking her. I was like, you got roaches? And she was like, yeah, girl. She was like, the neighbors upstairs, when they moved in, she's like, I've been here for 3 years and they ain't never had no roaches. And when the people upstairs, they must be nasty, because when they moved in, that's when the roaches started. And then the next door neighbors, they got them cats and stuff, so it could be coming from them too. And mind you, I'm so naive and dumb, I don't know nothing about roaches, so I'm like, ooh, them stupid neighbors up there with them roaches. I'm sitting up there blaming them folks for them roaches. I'm not saying that they didn't have roaches, I don't know, but that ain't where them roaches came from. Them roaches came from her. Them roaches been manifesting. They been that's them roaches' habitat. I was invading them roaches' space. Them roaches wasn't invading my space. I was invading their space. And they were determined to get me out. Intruder alert. That's basically what them roaches was saying. Okay, I know when I'm not wanted, baby. You ain't got to tell me too many times to get gone. And that's what I did. Hallelujah. All praise be the Most High God. We gonna get up to that part, but right now I got a chronological order. You feel me? So she she told me, like, yeah, girl, I got roaches. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, then I know for certain my baby not causing them roaches, because she just sat up here and told me them neighbors was here before I got here. How long? I don't know, but they was well established before I got here. So that means you have been dealing with these roaches. Put a pin in that information. So remember, y'all gotta remember the timestamps, and y'all also gotta put a pin in the information where she told me that she knows that she has roaches. This was around July or August when we had this conversation. September comes and they're getting vicious in my room. Like, I normally would see, I don't want to say normally, because I don't want it to seem like every single day I was seeing a roach, because it wasn't every single day that I was seeing a roach. Like, I would see a roach every, like, other week. Like, out of a 4-week month, I would probably see 2 roaches in my room. In general, girl, I don't know how many roaches I was seeing. And at that time, I wasn't seeing, come September, I had started to see them in the bathroom. And around that time, the tub faucet was leaking. And she was like, oh yeah, girl, don't worry about it. Roaches, they love water. Since your faucet leaking, that's probably why you seeing them in the tub. And I was just like, oh, okay, probably so. I still don't like it. So at this point, like I said, when I would see the roaches, like, they would be coming from the ceiling. So when she told me that the upstairs neighbors had brought the roaches, that made sense to me, because I'm like, every time I see the roaches in my room, that's where they're coming from. They're coming from the ceiling, so they're probably trying to escape from up there. So in September is when they just started coming from everywhere. Like, it wasn't just from the ceiling. Like, they be coming from the window, because my bed was in front of the window. They would be coming from the window. They would just be coming from everywhere. They would be crawling on my bed and stuff. It just was not, doing it. They were intrusive, and they had made it their business to let me know, you are not welcome here. You need to leave. This is our residence. You need to find somewhere else to go. Okay, you got it. I don't go back and forth with nobody or nothing. So I told her, I was like, Shawty, this is a problem. You need to hit up management and get pest control to come spray. Pest control came and put down traps. What is a trap gonna do? The trap don't do nothing but expose a problem that I'm already well aware of. Like, girl, I couldn't even wash my clothes in peace. As soon as I opened the door to the laundry room, there go 3 roaches just crawling up the walls, falling from this. Don't do that to me. I'm trying to wash dishes. Why are you crawling in the sink? I'm cooking. Why are you crawling across the stove? Like, why are you crawling anyways? Go home, Roger. Like, I'm not understanding. Why are you so comfortable? And she's sitting there telling me something, oh, use this spray that my brother-in-law got from Africa. I usually spray this outside and inside, and it usually help keep them down or whatever. And I'm just like, what? No. So pest control was not doing what they needed to do. And I was at my wit's end. I was fed up. I'm like, I have a baby. This is disgusting. Like, I don't want to live with roaches. I don't want to sleep with roaches. I don't want to bathe with roaches. I don't want to eat with roaches. I don't want to cook with roaches. I don't want to I don't want to live like this. This is not cute. It's not fun. And it's not funny. Like, all jokes aside, seriousness right now, that's not okay. Like, don't sit up. If you know I don't care how down bad you is. If you need the money, okay, cool. Let that be my decision. You could have told me, your friend, like, hey, I would appreciate it if I got you in here because I do need help with the rent and the bills and stuff like that. But I do have a roach infestation. I understand if you don't want to move right now, or if you would like to move, we can, work on this together. I know the problem was already here before you got here, but since you will be here, it would help the both of us if we both put in the effort to resolve the problem. And I could have I would have said no, but at least give me the opportunity to even make the decision in the first place on whether I still want to come or not. You did not even allow me that. You just blatantly left that out. Put a pin in it too, because like I said, baby, I got screenshots, receipts, everything like that. Like, it's going to get messy. Okay. So like I said, September, I was like, I'm gonna just pay for Terminix. So that's what I did. I paid $199 for Terminix. They came and sprayed or whatever. And the dude was like, oh, it's not an infestation yet. It hasn't gotten to that stage, blah, 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 blah. They'll be gone in like 3 days. Now, mind you, I'm very naive. I don't know anything about roaches. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, to me, water bugs, cockroaches, whatever you want to call them, they all the same to me. But clearly, there's a difference. You got German cockroaches and all the other cockroaches. We was dealing with the German cockroaches. That's the ones that you get when you're nasty and you live in a dirty apartment or with a dirty person in general. The project roaches, as they call them where I'm from, because they call project roaches. We don't even call them German roaches. We call them project roaches. The little small ones. The ones that you can't get rid of. They don't die. They multiply. Them. So he was like, they gonna be gone in a matter of 3 days. So I'm excited. I'm like, yes, I don't have to live with this problem anymore. Girl, bye. It seemed like what he talking about, something, he sprayed some boric acid and a whole bunch of other stuff. Whatever it is that he did, it seemed like they was like, armor up and let's attack. they were more vicious than ever. Like every single day, no matter if I was in my room, no matter if I was in my baby playroom, they'll be crawling on the door to the playroom. I be in the bathroom, can't even take a piss, man, can't even brush my teeth. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, it got to the point I was like, man, I don't even want to go in there and take a bath. How long can I go without washing my butthole? Because I don't want to go in there and take a bath. Like, when I would go in the bathroom, I'd be punching the shower curtain.